Welcome to the Imperial Bricks YouTube channel. Today is part 3 of the LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga minifigure display, and we're going to be adding a new figure as well as changing out some of the parts and correcting some of the other figures in the display. The first character we're going to address needs a pair of dark tan legs, and that would be Indiana Jones. So the first thing we're going to do is pull off his hat and head as well, because he also needs a Han Solo head. So we'll get that off, but we're going to pull off the legs like so. Everything's going flying. And now we've got our Indiana Jones torso with our dark tan legs. Ta-da! And then we're going to add a Han Solo head to the Indiana Jones torso. Ta-da! And then we are going to put his hat back on. And unfortunately, this is as good as it's going to get for the time being until we get a more accurate Han Solo style of head. The next character that needs to be adjusted is Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's got the incorrect hip piece on his legs. It's tan right now, and it should be dark orange to match the legs. So without bending the cape, maybe I'm going to pull that off. Just smacked his head into the desk. He's probably not going to survive now anyway. Now that I just hit him into the desk, I ripped him in half. He's done for. All right, so here we have the dark orange legs on our Episode 3 Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's straighten those out, fix the cape, and I think it looks a lot better. The final adjustment we're going to be making is to the Orbital Customs Han Solo. Per his own request, I will be replacing the head, which I really did not have an issue with personally, with a standard Han Solo head, like we did on the Indiana Jones. So same head here going on, and put his hair back on. Now we have our slightly updated Episode 5 Han Solo. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, we're going to add another new figure to the TCS display, and here we have a Cristo figure. So you'd think we're going to be adding a Cristo figure, but we're actually not. So quick story time. I got the opportunity to purchase the Luke and Leia Endor minifigures from Cristo, and I did so. But when I did so, I requested if I could purchase the helmets separately, and at the time, that was not a possibility. So I purchased the two figures, and I've had them since. Since the purchasing of those figures, I was actually able to get the helmets separately. So you'll notice that this is a unique mold. It is based off the Complete Saga game. It's not the official Lego piece, and it's not painted or anything. This is a really nice molded brick right here. It's plastic. It's not rubber or anything, and it's beautiful. So I needed that for my Endor Luke fig, and the reason that was really the only thing I needed is because on the Cristo torso, the print is a slightly different graphic from the game, and we're obviously going for accuracy here. So although I have this really nice Cristo minifigure, the only thing that's custom is the torso and the helmet, and I believe the head is actually an official print. So I will probably end up leaving this figure intact, and we're going to show you how I'm going to put together a Endor Luke without using any of the Cristo parts besides the helmet, of course, like I said. To assemble this Endor Luke minifigure, we have the green cape he's going to use. I have the torso here. This was purchased from sjbricks.com. If you're interested in checking out their website, feel free to do that. I'm not sponsored by them. That's just where I got that from. We have the Cristo 7108 Endor helmet, correct for this figure. I pulled basically a whole entire Luke Episode 6 figure, so I could use the legs, the head, and we're going to pull the hands from this torso. And that's all you need for an Endor Luke minifigure. So also, quickly, we'll just take a look at the SJ Bricks torso. You can see how the edges of the camo kind of fades out, and it is unique from the Cristo one is the unique one. This one is the accurate one. So they're slightly different torsos, and we're going for accuracy. So let's create the most accurate Endor Luke figure here. So we're going to pull the hands off that torso and put the, whoops, that's backwards. So there we go. We got the hands on the torso from SJ Bricks. We got black legs for Endor Luke, no printing on his legs. And then we have right here a really nice sand green cape. This is an official Lego cape. I believe this is from a Lord of the Rings minifigure. And I went on the internet and secured myself a pair of these, and they are in pristine condition. You can see that it looks like it's not like a perfect sand green from like the color of the yarn used to weave this, but that's going to be okay. And I don't remember if you do left side first or right side first, but push this on like so. Fold that over. Now we can add the Luke head and the Endor Luke helmet. And now we've ended up with a very nice and accurate Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga Endor Luke minifigure. So let's go ahead and get all these guys added to the display now. First guy going back up on the display is ObiWan. This is super tricky because that happens. The capes are really stiff, and so they kind of force the other characters off, but we'll get that fixed, and let's add the next figure. Just so y'all can see him now next to Anakin, looking fresh. Now we have our Han Solo with the official headpiece. If I can put him on there. There he is, next to the figures he is with. And now we've got our basically Walmart looking Indiana Jones going down here next to the Death Star astromech and nobody else. And finally we got our Endor Luke minifigure who goes right there. And that is the TCS display as of right now. I wanted to do a quick recap. So we have the ObiWan with the correct legs up here at the top now. We've got the Han Solo with a matching head to the other Han Solo minifigures in the display. We've got our Indiana Jones, again, accurate to the Han Solo. And of course we added the Endor Luke minifigure. I hope to be able to add a new minifigure every week for the next couple of weeks here. So if you guys are interested in this kind of content, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and if you're new here, go check out imperialbricks.com for all your official LEGO Star Wars minifigure needs.